Time ticks in one direction, and that direction is forward, and in the end that would lead to our death. Because what time does is killing us. The question is now, are you wasting your time? Are you spending your time wisely? Or are you doing things with your time that is improving the condition of, well, everything, your life, human life, this planet and the universe at large? Does that matter? A while back I befriended a guy who was very much into philosophy and actually wanted to become a philosophy professor. We started talking about Heidegger. Well, we spoke about many things, but Heidegger was one of them. And while he wasn't very fond of Heideggerian thought and Heidegger's all the aspects that he spoke about, there was one thing that he preferred about Heidegger, and that is Heidegger's view on death. On my Twitter, I tagged a quote of him, which actually matters a lot for me personally as well. I will quote it here. "If I take death into my life, acknowledge it, and face it squarely, I will free myself from the anxiety of death and the pettiness of life, and only then will I become free to become myself." Meaning, more or less, once you understand that you are going to die, that you are a mere mortal, your life is not forever, and, well, your time is finite, you're going to understand the life very differently. Meaning is going to have a very different, meaning to what it was before. What Heidegger says is that you become free, because you're no longer trapped within the structure of just short-time thinking of sorts. Most people think of life as, I am going to graduate, I'm going to have a family, kids, a job, a career, and live happy. What Heidegger kind of says is, and then you die. While this is a very spooky concept, that you are going to die, it also frees the soul, because things are finite, and you will start to try at least to enjoy things a little bit more for yourself, because it doesn't really matter in the end, because you're going to die. So if you take that extra piece of fruit or a juice or whatever, it's a simple fucking thing like that, it is going to be better. Obviously, what Heidegger is talking about isn't fucking fruit, but it is something more. It is the idea of yourself becoming free. That you become you. And in a way, what my philosopher friend said, he didn't mention so much about the soul, but he said, a man who has faced death, or at least understand the aspect of death, has now become a man. He's no longer a boy who thinks that he's immortal, that he can beat all his enemies, survive every encounter. He knows now that I can't do whatever I want, because it can kill me and my life is finite. But another quite horrible thing that Heidegger does is to bring in the era of nihilism. He alone haven't obviously created nihilism, but his thoughts and ideas help the structure of nihilism. While his philosophy isn't nihilism, it is that for the weaker man. Most existentialist thought speak to the overman, the unique man. It's very elitist in that way. It requires a certain hardship that is not easy to do or easy to go through. Nietzsche, Heidegger, Camus in certain ways, they all talk to the individual, the Dasein, the being, the you, and they say you, the soul, the essence, the being, has the right to become better, stronger, to expand yourself to become something more than just what is given to you, to avoid following the structures that is mostly put in front of you, and to choose something that is harder both to understand and harder to fight through, and it will bring you anxiety and hardship, and you wish to give up many of the times. And therefore, for the people who fail, it brings nihilism. But people who succeed, it brings incredible joy. Not just joy, but just, I don't know, I haven't reached it yet. Maybe it actually doesn't exist, but I want to believe that it does. This sense of being that is better, this over-human of sorts, the one who understands everything, understands himself, and becomes something better. The first step in all of this, my friend, is to understand that you're going to die. If you're lucky, you're going to die in a bed surrounded with loved ones, but most likely either it's going to be by a horrible disease or you're going to hang yourself. Good luck with whatever.